Today, we're going to discuss GMOs. And that is why we have brought somebody whose career is essentially farming.
Let's start from the basics. If you eat bell pepper in Nigeria, quote me anywhere, there is no company in Nigeria that produces bell pepper seeds.
So it's all imported.
Bell pepper seeds are imported and they are hybrids.
Wait.
And you know the
all
problem.
bell pepper seeds
Yes.
are imported.
And they are hybrids.
But you can import them and plant them here in Nigeria.
Yes.
Yes, and
But
you
you
will
can't just
plant, but
replant.
after you plant and you
can't
harvest, you go back to the company to buy
more
new
seeds.
seeds.
Is that
But
not
why-
giving colonialism?
As the scientists that created this, how I go take make money? If they fit carry this seed, they plant, they go.
I ain't go take make money.
money.
I go take make
So
money
is it-
because I don't give you the first seed, you don't get what you want. You can't save and they replant.
So
In a business without a research.
That's selfish then.
Good question. That's selfish.
That's
If you be tailor when they make cloth, would you make a cloth that lasts forever? Water. Is water organic or natural?
it's nature that provides water.
So it's natural, it's not organic. Nature made this. The original banana had seeds bigger than orange.
Yep.
That's natural.
I don't understand. Sorry.
The original banana that nature made, the seed inside were bigger than the seed inside orange.
Where are they now?
We are coming there. The original plantain that nature made. You seen somebody doing broiler chicken waiting for the bird to give birth? Why they not they wait for them to give birth? Can they give birth? Yes. But for them to give birth, they need to wait till 24 weeks. By 24 weeks, the bird will be too big to mate. Too heavy to mate. They will not even be interested in mating. So it means that the makers of this bird, I'm going somewhere, made this bird for you to kill
And eat.
and eat
Table birds.
and come back and buy. So it's not just seeds. So it means once I am entering broiler business, I know from day one, I will always go back to the source to get the old chick. Raise it for 6 to 8 weeks, sell, go back and collect new one. Raise it 6 to 8 weeks, sell, go back and buy new ones. What I'm trying to say is these things has been there.
Where did they get the day old? The olds?
Welcome to the Honest Bunch podcast. Thank you so much for your support. It is such great joy that we curate content for your viewing pleasure. We know say una want make we dey give una the best. Now why una dey give us advice, they give us suggestions. We would always take them and do as you please so that una go enjoy them. Thank you so much. Please keep supporting us. Now we get updates when we know they hide because it good say make you give updates. You understand? Because info laugh info. In the words of a popular philosopher, Lai Wasabi. So I'm going to start first with OhentPay. OhentPay. If you want to send money, it is fast, it is smooth, it is very convenient. 190 countries around the world. And there's a special package for those who are going to summer. I know say summer don't want the, but you get the way we say you go take OhentPay, send money, you go win mystery box. This mystery box get better gifts inside. So you just might go on summer planning to spend maybe XYZ amount, but what you find inside the mystery box will also boost your spending capacity. So OhentPay is the way to go.
How's the material? My big sister used OhentPay to transfer money to me and sent me 150K.
Wow.
So what can I use that money to do? Like,
Thank you very much. Let me clear
advice.
my throat now. You are now in the University of Investment.
woo.
Now, with
Advice.
150K, I know that as a babe, there are certain things you can spend. I mean, you can go out and just have lunch,
That's
and
it.
150K is gone.
I say,
But I would advise you on where you put that 150K, it will grow. And you will be proud of that decision. Now, Resida, we have told you severally that when it comes to real estate, they're not a lie. Nobody has ever called them out because they are very meticulous and they have integrity. Now, there's a new feature. It is called land banking, with 150,000 naira, you can invest. You go buy plot of land. They will give you the land. And not be just say the land go there. You come they pray, say, God, raise helpers for me so that I can raise the fence. No. They would use it to cultivate and you'll be making money. So you have land with 150,000, which is making money for you, and you would have no issues at all. You see why Resida is the way to go?
And when you make that money from your land banking, what will you do? You will buy things now. You buy your gadgets, you buy things, electronic, anything you
can
want
even
to
buy a car.
Yes, now. Then, but the thing is, you will pay small. Once you pay up to 50%, they will give you your car.
Wow.
They will give you your phone.
Wow.
Yes.
Who does that?
See the care now.
Wow. See the care that they are giving to people.
Yes.
Wow.
The
see
care they are giving is massive.
Massive.
Yeah. So when they now give it to you, you can now start paying the rest of the 50%.
Wow.
That's
Yes.
lit.
Wow. Just like that.
Yeah, I've just paid 50% of my Lamborghini. It's okay.
No need for any burner.
Timbalando, I don't want wahala. Ladies and gentlemen, introduction of the amazing quartet. Every time you see us, we are bubbly, we are fresh. Now Jesus, they give us joy. And when they come, so that we go fit catch that happiness.
I thank them now. Everybody on the comment section yesterday was just, on the other episode was just gushing. Say, oh, what's the material? Your intro. Oh,
Wow.
Always late. It's okay.
You know, it's okay for a man to cry.
It's okay, yeah, it is.
Okay, but I'm going to control myself because I'm a wicked man.
Can you do it again? Do it again.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, introduction of the amazing quartet. I'm going to begin with the not so little baby girl of the house. She's a baby girl raised with love.
Yeah.
You know, some people, they are not raised with love. This one was raised and nurtured with love.
Poor
She's a proud daughter of the Cole family of
Lagos Island.
Lagos Island, not Victoria Island. Lagos Island, not Victoria Island. Yes. Beautiful, delectable, drop dead gorgeous, black and shine, hazel eyes, coconut skin, the one and the only, Daitiko!
Hi, chummies. Salam alaikum. I come in peace.
I come in peace.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ada Zulezu.
Woo.
Ada Pounds and Dollars.
Come on.
Ada Wells Fargo.
Ada Kuwait dinner.
Ada Kuwait Dinar.
That's it.
Ada Central Bank of Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, Abia Achara.
Come on.
Unsuka Okpa.
Come on.
Ekiti Pandedian.
Come on.
Ondo Palm Wine.
Come on.
Edo State Palm Oil.
Come on.
The one and only who is capable of causing traffic on the third mainland bridge even on public holiday. 40-feet container on the high sea plus 20 incoming. Win one. By the
Light
special
and
grace
come.
of God.
Incoming.
See the Porsche, see the
So I see my prince now. Ewo, check them to say the prince no be Nigerian prince. I be want to say I'm going for August meeting, but I'm waiting for my Akwete.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, a genius when it comes to broadcast media.
Let's go.
Now, for so many years, several people played in that space. And a lot of Nigerians thought that was the best we could get. But the Almighty God said, I want to send somebody. And he said, here am I. Send me. God sent him to radio and he revolutionized that space.
Come on.
When you listen to radio in the past, they be like saying a fight. But when he came with swagger, he came with ginger, and he came with a certain calm that will put your mind at ease. His voice, priceless.
Come on.
His skill, you cannot quantify.
Let's go.
Ladies and
His
gentlemen.
skin like milk.
His skin like
glass.
milk.
Ladies and gentlemen, Daddy Free!
Daddy Freeze, clock it.
and there's husband material.
Listen,
Sis
stop
with
now.
salt.
When God
dripping
made
papi.
introduction, he said, people are not hyping people enough.
Not at all.
He said, I will send to you a 6 foot
So chocolate
Chocolate.
dripping papi.
6 foot 4, please. Sorry.
Chocolate dripping papi.
Hey.
To introduce
Come on.
world record holder of best introducer.
Get it.
Material.
With skin so fresh. Ado Oka.
Wow. Hey, voila. It's okay.
You shy.
And cowpea is beans. Oh, you are not
beans.
a farmer.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm not a farmer. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking about farmers, we are going to have an interesting conversation today. I go allow our guest introduce himself so that we go know why they qualified to speak on what we want to speak on. Now, what we want to discuss now subject when concern everybody for Nigeria, everybody for West Africa, everybody for Africa, and everyone around the world. The Honest Bunch podcast, I dare say, because men lie, women lie, records don't lie, is Africa's leading podcast. We control the narrative. We shape opinions. Don't take my word for it. Go and do your research and find out. Now, we have featured great Nigerians who have come to express their opinions strongly on issues that affect us as a people. Today, we want to handle the microphone and control that conversation. We're going to discuss GMOs. Now, I'm sure you must have seen, debates for, debate against, conspiracy theories. Today, we are going to set the record straight and lay everything bare. And that is why we have brought somebody whose career is essentially farming. When it comes to agriculture, whether the cultivation of plants, whether the rearing of animals, he knows it all. Ladies and gentlemen, once this man decides that he's not going to plant, there will be hunger in the land. He's somebody who ensures that there's longevity in the Nigerian society. He's somebody who ensures that when you open your mouth and you yawn because of hunger, something enters so that you are satisfied. Ladies and gentlemen, an entrepreneur par excellence and a teacher also, because if you observe, he gets so many young people when they test say, it's okay to wear suit and tie. But when you do Iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀, which is Iṣẹ́ ilẹ̀ wa, because any kò ṣiṣẹ́, ó máa ṣe kíni, ó máa jalè. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Farmer Samson Ogbole. You're welcome to the Honest Bunch podcast.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Beautiful introduction by Honest Bunch and our very beautiful women here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You don't realize how powerful you are. You are in the middle of the most controversial conversation that the world is going in. And we had to come prepared here because it's not beings to enter this kind of realm. So let's start basic. What are GMOs?
All right. Thank you. So, let me push this a bit forward. So let me start like this, because you see, when we say GMO, and everybody's ear is open now that are listening like, hey, GMO, what is it? Let's start from the basics. Now, when I say start from the basics, meaning let's start from what we know to what we don't know. Okay. Now, I know if I say what we know, what did our grandfathers eat? A lot of Nigerians will say our grandfathers ate organic. Abi?
Yeah.
But that's not true. They ate natural. Natural food is not organic. Organic is what somebody sat down and created rules and say, if you do it like this and like this and like this, this is organic. If not, it is natural. I'll bring it home. Thanks for the water. Is water organic or natural?
It's nature that provides water.
So it's natural, it's not organic. Nature made this. There is no rule around what water is. Nature made water. I will take it somewhere so it makes sense. If you take banana, the original banana had seeds bigger than orange.
Yep.
That's natural.
I don't understand. Sorry.
The original banana that nature made, the seed inside were bigger than the seed inside orange.
Where are they now?
We are coming there. The original plantain that nature made were big, the seeds inside too were bigger than the seeds inside orange. That is why when you cut your plantain, you will see those tiny dots.
Yes.
Those are the seeds. It took somebody to sit down to say, how can we make this thing palatable? Why is it that people don't like this thing this way? Or say there is seed. Okay, what can we do to the seed? I will just oppose with the one we are used to. Watermelon. Why is there seedless watermelon? Because you and I complain that the seed in watermelon does not make it easy to eat.
I did not complain. I did not complain.
Well, you eat everything.
I eat everything. Everything that has seed. Everything that
But
has
some people
seed.
complained. Okay. So people right now are saying, I wish the mango seed would be smaller so that the flesh will be bigger. If that complaint becomes big enough, somebody will sit down and say, how can I reduce the size of this seed to make it small? Because at the end of the day, you are not paying for seed. You are paying for flesh. The seed is just a distraction in what you want. So first, there is natural. Then organic. If you follow the story of organic started in the 20th century. Were we not eating before then?
Yes.
So organic is a set of rules that governs farming, that says if you farm this way, it is organic. If you don't farm following these rules, it is not organic. I'm taking it step by step because before we jump to GMO. So I'll take an example. So there are 3 definitions for organic. In Nigeria, we just mix things up. That's why they will say we call this short knicker. When you both say call this short or knicker, Nigeria say no.
Short knicker.
Collabo. The first definition of organic is the way you farm must not harm the environment. It must restore the environment back to its original form. What does that mean in simple terms? In that kind of organic farming, you cannot use tractor. Is tractor helping the environment? No. I cannot use generator to pump water. Is generator helping the environment? No. I cannot even dig ground because tilling the soil is destroying the soil compartment. So they don't have what we call no-till agriculture. If you use that method, how many organic farmers do we have?
0.
You see the wahala? So there is now a second way of defining organic. Input supply. Meaning, where did you get your input from? If you did not get your input from a natural source that is also certified organic, then what you are doing cannot be organic. So what it means is, I cannot just come and say, hey, I am using manure to plant my crops. It is organic. Because the question is, what did the animal eat that gave you manure? So it has to be holistic. I will do animal, I will do plant, to ensure that everything this plant is eating or the animal is eating is coming from a controlled space. Input supply. This is where some Nigerians like to sit. The third one is what we call input deposit. What does that mean? It's not about what you gave the plant or animal. It's about what got assimilated and remained in that thing. E.g., if I come now, I tell you, let's say this is yam, and I tell you this yam is organic, how would you prove it? You will go to the lab. You say you want to go and test. What are you testing? You want to know what was deposited. What if what I used has cleared and you didn't see it? E.g., when they say they want to do a drug test, and you say, go and bring your urine. What are you trying to check? It's not what was deposited. What if I took the drug and it has cleared?
In your system.
In my system, what will you say? You didn't take drug, it's clean, Abi? So it means input deposit. In input deposit, we have a range that they now say, if it is within this range, we will say it is organic. If it is under this range, we just call it not organic, but good for consumption. Outside this range, it is not good for consumption. That is for organic. But you see, the problem with that method of farming is it was too tedious. But nature had its own plan, which is the beautiful thing about nature. How did nature get to where we are today? We have something in agric they call positive selection. I'll try and use human beings to explain because we do it. You want marry, wait till you go find. Not be fine girl. Why you dey find fine girl? Positive selection. You dey find girl be say if you and her meet, the pikin no go wawa like you. Hopefully. Abi? But now, see the beauty. When you and that girl want marry, waiting you fit born fit be one of two things. For agric, you fit born what we call OPV. open pollinated variety or you fit born hybrid. One of two. And I go explain. If you and the girl marry, it is possible she is tall, you are short, una born short. It's possible una born tall. Life can happen, meaning there is no scientific control.
Oje.
Exactly. That is OPV. The same way you plant your tomatoes, I plant my pepper, you plant whatever you get is fine. But the good thing with nature is it will always try to bring the best quality out, though it is OPV. But in hybrid, I am not saying too often I want marry. Let's make I use my daddy here. Daddy Freeze want marry dark lady. I can say, see as this skin fresh. I want make sure say the child when they go get must fair like Daddy Freeze. Now, when she get belle, before she even get the belle, we will now sit in the lab and say, we want to ensure, say, the gene responsible for fair skin, now the child must get.
Giving predominance.
Giving dominance. We don't want, say...
We don't want to take chances.
We don't want to take chances. Once you sit down, direct what will come out, we call that hybrid.
And it doesn't follow the natural process.
No, it is still natural, but now you are controlling...
You are controlling it.
To say, if not, if you leave unto chance, OPV. You not leave unto chance, hybrid.
Okay.
But the problem with hybrid now be say two of them come born, let's say they born madam. If she want marry and she want give birth, she will call her F1 generation hybrid. She will not give birth to her type. She will either give birth to her or him. It will reverse.
Because
That's
of the action.
That's the like recessive gene and dominant gene.
Yes. But the thing now is, because it is hybrid, as the scientists that created this, how I go take make money? If they fit carry this seed, they plan, they go.
I ain't go take make money.
I go take make money because I don't give you the first seed, you don't get what you want. You can't save and they replant.
So
in a business with that, I be research.
That's selfish then.
Good question. That's selfish. If you be tailor when they make cloth, would you make a cloth that lasts forever?
Why are you not using iPhone 6?
No.
God bless you.
No, wait. No, wait. If you now let's even get out of human beings. From what I heard,
Let's use
what I
plants.
also read, let's use plants. If you replant the GMO seeds.
No, not GMO. Now we never read GMO.
Okay.
We still
Okay.
do hybrid.
Okay. Because this hybrid that you said, this thing you just explained now is sounding like what I've heard about GMO. That is
Yes, we go reach
that is the
there.
demerits of GMO.
So you know why I first start with hybrid? So that you know that what they are complaining about in GMO
Already existed.
already exists in hybrid. And farmers are buying it. If you eat bell pepper in Nigeria, quote me anywhere, there is no company in Nigeria that produces bell pepper seeds.
So it's all
All
imported.
bell pepper seeds are imported and they are hybrids.
Wait.
And you know
Wait,
the
all
problem.
bell pepper seeds
Yes.
are imported,
And they are hybrids.
but you can import them and plant them here in Nigeria.
Yes.
yes,
But
you
you
will
can't just
plant, but
replant.
after you plant and you
can't
harvest, you go back to the company to buy
buy
more
more
seeds.
Is that
But
not
why-
giving colonialism? Why are we still going out?
Neo-colonialism.
No,
Neo-colonialism. Why are we still
you
going
see,
out?
All
Why
this
can't
conversation
you
is very long. I want you to just enter this hybrid a bit. With animals, you have an animal called a mule.
Yes.
Mule is half donkey, half horse. They can't reproduce.
Yes.
We have liggers, half lion, half tiger.
tigers.
They can't reproduce.
Yes.
Now, there is, before we get to GMO, while we are still inside this hybrid, I keep pigeons. And I have fantail pigeons, but all pigeons came from the rock dove.
Yes.
Selective breeding. The chicken you have today, there's no
Broiler
chicken like
chicken.
that in the bush. You cannot be going in the bush. And what we have is
Broiler
the rock
chicken is
fowl.
hybrid. Yes.
You understand? So they all came from that. People sat down, like you
Even
was
the
talking
wolf. I
about.
heard that the wolf is crossed.
Somebody sits down and
And created it.
based on demand.
God did not create watermelon as we have it. Somebody sat down
Thank
and
you.
over periods, they picked genes that they liked and they got there. Now, like you were talking about hybrids, using the mule, for example, mules can't reproduce.
Yes.
Liggers can't reproduce. So before we even get to GMO, what are the demerits of hybrids and why, like he asked, why do we have to import bell pepper seeds so that people can understand that? Because people say, hey, this GMO, there's nothing you are eating that was natural. Rice, if you see original rice, it's like grass.
We will even go back to rice later.
So there's nothing that you are eating that you believe, this is healthy. Because I was watching Tyson DeGrasse.
Okay.
And he said that 500 years ago, the life expectancy rate was 30 years.
Yes.
That science is what gave you 100 years.
Yes.
Not because people believe that when your grandfathers then, they will have 10 children. Out of the 10 children, one will survive.
Yes.
That's why they had Abiku. So, but now you give birth to 10 children, most of the time you have 9. You understand? Out of
But those
them.
Abiku,
What produces sickle cell now? What
We'll come
produces
to sickle
sickle
cell, it could be
So
anything.
you see that sickle cell, we'll still come to it.
Okay, but
So you understand where science plays a role.
So, sir, let's talk a bit about hybrid. Let everybody understand what this hybrid. Let them understand that cow that you are eating, God did not create cow like that running in the bush. Somebody now caught it. That chicken is not the turkey we are eating today. There's no type of it in the bush.
Yes.
Our banana, our plantain, our watermelon were all created by human beings because of certain desirable aspects. Please throw some light onto it.
So let's do it this way. Our forefathers lived in caves. Abi? No houses. Which means they were like, in quotes, so nobody could say insulting Papa, wild animals.
Yeah.
Abi? If they were wild animals, what they were eating too was wild. That's why you go hear domestic chicken. What you make a domestic? Person carry and come more bush.
bring a
Come
class.
domesticate them. If you look at the story of even chicken, let me use chicken because Nigerians eat chicken. Chicken is not our meal in Africa. Go to the past, read. Like I know Nigerians, they like reading. Our real food was guinea fowl.
I still eat that though.
And bushfowl.
And bushfowl. We don't dey eat chicken.
Akparu.
Why did we start rearing chickens in Africa? It was slave trade that brought it to us. Because they realized that our guinea fowl, any small thing, it don't fly. Then they showed Africans, say, see this one when not they fly. So all these our old chicken, when they call local chicken, that was what they first brought. But you see, there is now, this is where I'm going, there is a business side to this thing. How long will it take that local fowl to mature? 1 week, 1 month, 6 months. You're looking at 6 to 9 months. Share your hunger for chicken go wait 6 to 9 months. How many birds will you need to rear to satisfy that hunger? So somebody sat down and said, okay, when we look at this chicken, what do people really want this chicken for? Meat. Abi? If we need meat, actually, let me give you another one that might shock you. The original chicken, the original birds, hope you know they didn't have feathers.
What?
They didn't have feathers. What is the essence of feathers to a fowl? It's for
Covering.
temperature control.
Yeah.
Covering.
The abroad that they wear, they find temperature to control. And because of us, they give them feather. So that we fit the thing and control in temperature, stay here.
Is it that the weather will be too hot for them?
Yes. You, at least you that is in Nigeria, weather not hot for you.
So
will I
but
need
this-
will I need feathers to cover
No,
it?
they
if it's hot?
needed the feathers to make them adapt to us here.
this chicken example that you have given to us now, what time exactly are we looking at? Because you mentioned the 20th century. What time exactly are we looking at? Because that way it would help us trace
This is
some
like
of this.
16th, 17th century.
Yes.
The first time chicken came, Nigeria is not the first place. So, what's it called? Foreigners coming to Africa, Nigeria was not the first route.
Fair enough.
Likes of Egypt, they that are ahead of us in civilization and everything. Now, you now realize when this chicken came, they started looking at, okay, people need to take a lot of, meat. How can we make this meat grow bigger, faster, in a short time? In a short time, how can we make this happen? So that brought about broilers. Today, we have broiler chicken that 6 to 8 weeks, it is ready. Have you seen somebody doing broiler chicken waiting for the bird to give birth? Why do not they wait for them to give birth? Can they give birth? Yes. But for them to give birth, they need to wait till 24 weeks. By 24 weeks, the bird will be too big to mate, too heavy to mate. They will not even be interested in mating. So it means that the makers of this bird, I'm going somewhere, made this bird for you to kill
and
eat.
Table birds.
And come back and buy. So it's not just seeds. So it means once I am entering broiler business, I know from day one, I will always go back to the source to get the old chick. Raise it for 6 to 8 weeks, sell, go back and collect new one. Raise it 6 to 8 weeks, sell, go back and buy new ones. What I'm trying to say is, these things has been there.
Where do they get the olds from?
They make them.
How?
I'm quite confused.
Selective breeding.
It's still selective. See, again, I don't know how to explain.
Please explain.
So it's selective breeding. So so let me say this.
Process, yeah.
Let me say this so it to come out well. We must differentiate science from ethics. Okay? There is science, there is ethics. In Nigeria, we confuse the two. Let me give you an example. Think about it logically. Why will somebody make bomb? Scientifically, it was a breakthrough. How you choose to use the bomb is ethics.
Ethics.
Why will somebody make poison? Just imagine I came to pitch. Husband material, they pitch you. I want to make poison. On a good day, go tell me, say, which kind of talk with that, Abi?
No be lie.
You understand? But breakthroughs scientifically is about research, questions, what is possible, what can I create? You do it. When you are done doing it, we'll now ask the question, ethics. How should we use this thing? How should we allow this thing enter the environment? But does that make any sense?
A very good example is human cloning.
Thank you. It's
They are not
possible
allowing them
theoretically.
to do it because of ethics.
Ethics. Then when you are not done with ethics, you now talk about the business. Because research does not fund itself. Research does not take 1 week. I have had the opportunity of working in research, but I don't want to call the company's name since I didn't take their permission. And there was a product that was released 2016. I met them in the research. Guess what? That research started 2009 or so. And it came out 2016. Who was funding it? Now, the person that funded that research, you will not tell the person, no, wait to give it out for free. No.
But what was the motive behind? Before we even talk about this research and the motive behind
there's
it.
something I even found out. Like I was trying to check about chickens, and what I read here is that yes, I mean chickens were created from wild jungle fowls.
Jungle
Yes.
fowl,
Right. But then again, it's saying that the wild jungle fowls actually had feathers.
No. I'm not
No,
saying
he's the type of feathers.
that we have now. No.
What type
The
of
wild
feathers?
jungle fowl could actually fly.
No, they don't fly.
This one, they don't fly anymore.
If you since you are Google, check featherless chicken and why.
Okay, why she's checking featherless chicken and why?
Yes.
Let's come back now.
Yes,
So
please.
you have explained natural and you have explained organic.
and then hybrid.
And then hybrid. So
then
OPV. In order to improve or solve certain questions in order to improve natural yield or yield in the natural space, that was what resulted in, organic and then hybrid and the likes. Now, I don't know, I'm sure that maybe you not follow them from the beginning, so you feel not answer for them. But I'm curious to know what informed that decision, because you said they are governed by laws. Who makes these laws? Who tells us what is right? Who tells us what is wrong?
So who tells us what is right and wrong? That's where WHO comes in. FAO comes in. Because their job is not just to sit there and check who is eating or not eating. Let me look for an example that will make sense. Let me go to the rice I said earlier. I don't know about our daddy here, but if let's say me and you, we get the same upbringing. 20, 30, 40 years ago in Nigeria, how often do we eat rice?
I never reach 40 years old.
Oh, you never
But let me go that 30. Every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
For our family, now we dey chop rice.
Now, how often we dey eat rice?
Almost every day.
Now rice, now they save man
Rice,
now. Even
rice
rice don't
almost
special
every
pass
day.
Gary now.
I'm going somewhere. Now, think about it. Rice na our natural food for Nigeria. No, it was brought in by Portuguese
Yes.
explorers.
See, this thing you are saying, my father said when he was growing up, they used to eat rice only at Christmas. But they used to eat pounded yam every day.
You see where I'm going? Now, rice not be our own. An explorer, let me look for another way to put it. Person when come check take una thing waka. Saw that, wetin I go chop when I come there, just like now you dey go abroad, so make I carry garri go abroad. Now imagine in another 30, 40 years, the foreigners now take more garri than their own food. That's what rice is. Now, why is it that it was easy for Nigerians to accept rice and relegate cassava and yam? Rice takes 3-4 months. Yam, 1 year. Cassava, 9 months to 1 year. Before farmer go finish 9 months, rice don't go come. Cooking seems faster. Now, this is where I'm going. What if, just what if, somebody now sits down and says, because Nigeria is the largest producer of cassava in the world, 67% of what cassava. Nigeria is the largest producer of yam in the world, about 70%. Yet, we are not amongst top 5 exporters. Big shame. If you check food with high calorie for carbohydrate, cassava is number 4 in the world. On a good day, our food supposed to be cassava yam in different form, from alcohol to pasta. Use and make everything flour. But what will make that happen? Somebody needs to now sit down and say, okay, if we fit make this cassava to grow in 2 months instead of 1 year, would that not change the market?
It will change the market, but what are you changing inside the cassava?
No, we go still come there when we reach GMO. Relax, we go still reach there.
Okay.
But what if I can make cassava come out in 2 months?
It will be of benefit.
You know, say yam get with it what they call bulbs. So let me explain. You know, say we eat yam tuber.
Okay.
But if you check the leaf of yam, there are other smaller tubers that comes out.
On the leaf.
Yes, we call them bulbs. BULBILS. Bulbs. Those bulbs are the cleanest form of yam you can get. Even if nematode be say you see those yam, we say you cut open, something's on chop inside. Enough you enter those bulbs. What if we can we can never use genetics, we can never reach there. Engineer those bulbs to be big like real yam. And we can't make that yam to they come out every 3 months. How will that change our food system in Nigeria? You see where they go. So, waiting they inspire them first, now say there is a need. Who now makes the rules? Somebody will now see that Nigeria, we have a Nigeria biosafety body. They will now sit down and say, okay, this thing that you've created, how this thing take they work? They will study it. So it's not just like you make products and it comes out. No.
Okay.
There is a lot of research done. First, they will do them on things like Wistar rats, not regular rats. These are albino rats. Why Wistar rats? Wistar rat and human being are 85% genetically the same. So they test it on what is like human first. They will test on things like pig.
Pig is very close to
Cow. That is why, remember, those days we still get there. You used to collect insulin from cow and pig to give to human being when get diabetes. Because genetically we are close. It is after you have tried on different animal model, you see, say, okay, this thing, they work well, it not get adverse effect, or it get adverse effect when we know and we fit manage. When you do pros and cons, the pros are more than the con. That's why you go take some drug, they go tell you, don't drive tractor. Me say they don't test and say if you take this drug and you drive tractor,
if you buy people.
now you don't go be that. You understand? Now, based on that, they will now say, okay, let's now do human experiment.
Which human would they now use?
No, pay people. You pay people, they will come. People will happily volunteer.
Yes,
They pay them well.
What if they die from there?
It's part of the contract you sign, and it's ethical.
But they already know the pros and cons. The only thing is, many a time, depending on the experiment, they may not tell you whether you are control group or taking the real product. So that there will be no bias. Don't be saying that they give you be control group, then because they say, I feel it in my bones. That's what they feel.
So explain what they feel as control group. They take like a placebo.
So control group is, so let's say we want test, we'll just call the thing karakara. For example, they say make 5 of us come.
Okay.
That the freeze na control group. Meanwhile, that karakara, they go put them inside our food. But they not go tell and say they not put them for in food. If it just be water, they put for in food. You feel be 1 gram, 2 gram, 3 gram, 4 gram, and with the eat they go.
Why not my own plenty pasta?
Now you big pass all of us. Now, with that, because he's the control group, they are now using him to check us as the benchmark. Say, okay, so all of us, they'll keep us for the same place, the same, so every other thing, environmental, every other thing is the same. Now, it is after that testing is done, then when this is being done, nothing that we get the experiment, the body will now call people that are not part of this whole system to do their own analysis without your own supervision, so that they will get unbiased feedback. When you do them, say it's still there good, they will then take it to the next level. At times they can say do demo plot, demonstration space, just to check that it is good before they can now say, oh yeah, release or don't release. Now, depending on what you produce, very important, there are things that you produce that is not seen as life or death. If it is not seen as a life or death solution, the government may allow you, say, because you have patents, choose how to sell it. E.g., if somebody come now and say, I don't get cure to cancer, government go let them choose how you go to sell them? No. Because that is seen as, we need this thing. What do we need to do to push it out? So it might be somewhere collecting royalty or something, but they will give it to multiple companies to run with it. But if to say maybe the guy discover, like me now when they try fat, discover something, say if you just take you fat, government doesn't see it as life or death. So they can say, okay, it's your patent. Because it is patent, it means for me to get access to it,
I have to pay.
I have to pay. The same thing with hybrid. Because it's not about life or death, these things. So for you to get access, go back to the company that produced it or the company they have given license to produce on their behalf.
So our forefathers, from their actions, contributed to some of these changes in these primary foods. So it means that this thing don't there for a very long time.
Naturally, yes. It happens normally.
Yes.
Through mutation, OPV, they will just meet normally.
Yes. And complaints not too plenty.
People not there aware.
You see, there's one big problem we have in Africa. You say people not really buy from COVID-19. What metrics did we use to test it?
Data.
We have a data problem in this part
but if we use the claims that were made by the people who projected that a lot of people will die,
then we didn't die as much.
So you don't go feel either. If somebody, for example, says,
and how do you even know we didn't die as much?
Yeah, I was
no. Because if you look at other, society, if you look at
how good is a measurement is that?
The freeze. So let me make these points now. We saw India, for example, because the argument then was the dense population of Africa,
yes,
and temperature.
With the way when people take plenty, if people they drop dead like flies, like some people been talk, you go definitely know, because we saw India in real time how it was so devastating over there.
Now let me ask you a question: did we really see India in real time, or we saw a media projection of India? Because India not lose reach how many million? They not lose 1% of their population.
But India plenty now. India na billion now.
But what you see,
1% of 1 billion that the free. 1% of 1 billion is a whole lot.
But compared to their population, you see, 1% of 10 is also 1% of 1 million. That 1% is 1%.
But volume is different.
Volume is different.
Volume is different because we have a
Larger
huge
Because their 1% can be
population.
our 70%.
Yes,
No,
no, just like my 10%
is
not
like 1
is not
kilogram.
contained the last 10%.
Hold on. 1 kilogram of feathers and 1 kilogram of lead
Is the
is the same 1%.
Kilogram.
Kilogram is kilogram. So when you look at a population, you also need to, and we're also going to get here with GMOs, media management, media propagation, media conspiracies, media, like Bill Gates was, I want to mention his name, was part of the, I'm just going to code my words, the vaccine for COVID. What do you expect? The person who wants to say vaccine, what do you want to make it tech talk?
Go talk waiting go.
So make you buy the
I have a
vaccine.
question real quick. Sorry, are you done?
No, yeah, go ahead. Go
okay.
ahead.
Okay, so you said that our forefathers, our ancestors, they've been taking lots of this food, but they didn't know. They were not aware, right?
They were taking natural food that kept evolving over time.
Over time. And they were not aware that some things have been changed, have been tweaked, like the hybrid, the food we're talking
Our
about.
forefathers didn't have access to hybrid.
They didn't have access to hybrid.
They had
So
OPV.
they had
natural OPV, meaning the thing will just mate whatever comes out. So
Natural
they did
selection.
natural selection, positive selection, meaning okay, this one they good, this one they good. Make I bring this to come plant for this farm, maybe they go they better.
But it's not everybody that has the vast knowledge that, they mix two things together to get this particular food item.
Our forefathers were wiser than we thought to.
They are wise
I'm
people
trying,
now.
I'm even trying to get somewhere. Like I want to know where they like
They knew.
they knew.
So let me explain what positive selection is. I planted a farm of maybe maize or cassava or let's use the popular one, maize. And the farmer comes to his farm. He sees some maize with big kernel, very big cobs. That Baba knows. His my grandpa was a farmer.
Okay.
He knows automatically that this thing big, I go save this cob. So that when I want plant, I go use this cob, plant for this other place. So that this big cob will give me big cobs. Now, because it is natural selection and open pollination, they may plant big and they come out small. Okay. They may also plant big and they get bigger.
Okay.
Does that make any sense? So that is OPV, meaning natural selection. And the problem with that is it is not predictable.
It's not controlled.
It's not controlled and it takes time. The difference between that and hybrid is you are now certain of what will come out. So for hybrid, scientists need to enter that space. For OPV, you don't need scientists.
Okay, so they had the knowledge, and I'm sure all of us right here, we are just learning some new things, like some of the things
I'm learning.
some of the things you
a lot.
just mentioned. I'm sorry, I just want to really like quickly chip in. We're not taught this in school. Like
No, they
We were
taught
taught
us
in school.
no, like
in
when I
Agric.
say okay, you knew
but
about
the way-
you knew
they did,
about
they
all
did,
of
they did.
this.
There's
But the knowledge is
the depth
because
of
now
the
it's-
knowledge.
Yes.
You have to
That's what
actually
I
say
meant.
that.
That's why I
There's
meant.
And it's
something-
also updated as time goes on.
Exactly.
New
You
things
see,
are coming
there's
There's
in.
one thing you
science.
need to also understand about Africa is they didn't allow Africa to evolve.
Exactly, like
And a
some
lot of
were
the
not
things
taught.
that our grandparents, our grandparents already, our great, they took those things away, burned some of them, communized some of them. Let me give you an
Demonized
example.
it.
Hybrid. An example of hybrid is in the Bible when Jacob was trying to take the sheep from Laban. And he said, any sheep that is speckled is mine. Any sheep that is not speckled is yours. And then he bred them so that more were speckled. So Bible was written 2,000 years ago, and Jacob's time is about 6,000 years. So if in 6,000, of course, they did not explain it properly because they couldn't.
The terminologies were
not there, and they couldn't really understand what Jacob did. But what Jacob did 6,000 years ago was hybrid. Selective breeding is hybrid.
Selective breeding is still hybrid.
So basically, they need to keep updating the syllabus. I'm sorry, like
No,
they
it
need to
is
keep-
updated. So again, let me say
Because
this.
I'm just saying about this.
No, they do,
broiler,
but what they will teach you
broiler
in
stuff.
junior secondary school or in
Even
primary
senior
school,
secondary school.
it's different from what they will teach you in
Eh, but-
secondary and in university now.
Another issue is you need to put in mind that most of our teachers are not practitioners. So they are teaching you from what they heard.
Textbooks.
not what they handled.
Which I believe that they need to be taught properly because this information.
That's what passes their pay grade.
But you know,
But really, GMOs, honestly.
Now let's come to GMO. Because I wanted us to first understand
Hybrid and OPV.
very
now
well.
that you've explained it, I
sorry, sir.
understand.
Before you go to GMO, natural is good. Organic, good. No, I want you to answer yes or no.
No, how they tell you yes or no.
Why?
Again, when you say natural, good, make we explain it like this. I get farm near where they do quota. My farm grow where oil spillage day. Is the product good or bad?
You don't spoil them now.
But not natural now.
then some of the plants that were in their natural form contained so much toxins that they had to breed out the toxins to get what we have.
In a natural way.
It
happened itself.
Selective.
Sometimes natural selection may take it out. At times breeding may take it out. We have what they call tissue culture for cleaning plants. What I'm just trying to say is it's not a thing of good, bad, good, bad. That oversimplifies things. Is about what did you do?
Oh, wait first. The banana and plantain that our ancestors used to eat
That had
big
seeds.
When they chop and with
make
big
I ask you a
seeds.
question now. If you see their banana and plantain with big seed, it's not they ripe like your own, no.
And
So it's not sweet like that.
It's not sweet. So question, if I give you, so imagine eating unripe plantain banana versus ripe plantain and banana, which one you prefer?
But people say unripe plantain, now be the best. Though.
Yeah, some people like it.
No, not be that unripe plantain where they call best that has iron is ripe, not just soft.
Yes. Okay.
I mean real unripe that the acid, the oxalic acid still there.
Was that how the
That's what the other ones was.
The one that had big seeds.
Yes.
Now be saying no ripe now.
Exactly.
No, he ripe at his level. He not ripe because you get waiting to compare him to now.
True. Fair enough. Fair enough.
You have something to compare it with now. That's why you are saying, oh, this. Okay, the example that Daddy used earlier, iPhone 6 and the current iPhone, which is better? If you ask iPhone 6 when iPhone 6 came out, that was the best thing after God. But now, that's somebody iPhone 6. He go use where follow you.
He'll be like.
So you said that our forefathers used to do OPV, which means they didn't condition, they didn't control.
Yeah.
And people had been consuming it. And now, more enlightenment, more science. So people are now doing hybrid conditioning and everything. The output of that time and the output of what we have now. And that there's a question I wanted to also ask about density of the nutrients. Yesterday I was eating ginger. I can't notice say no, they taste like the ginger.
What the ginger you chop on a galanga?
Okay. So I mean, okay, we are getting there. So based on the nutritional density, which would you say the outcome that we are seeing now? Which do you say is it okay now
or better then?
Or better then? Because you said at the business side that sharp, may we just do and may we rush them 2 months.
For profit.
It's just like developers, may we rush them. Wow, you go crash, you go see fine house, you go crash. So output,
which is better?
Outcome, which do you?
I will answer this way. I will use human being as an analogy. Now, before people marry, there is something called genotype tests. Abi? To know whether na AS, AASS, and so on and so forth. Which is better? Before we knew about genotype tests, to help people inform before they marry, or when we did not know.
Okay, so that's like OPV and hybrid.
Exactly. So now the difference now is that in the lab, you are able to now decide
who you marry.
Exactly. This is what we want. This is the outcome we are looking for. Rather than leaving it to chance. Say una marry, you know whether you be AAS or SS, pikin con dey die, you con dey say na Satan.
Okay.
So let's come to what is the maybe negative impact.
The merits.
The demerit or merit. If you look at hybrid, so let me use a perfect example. Some of us would have seen dwarf pawpaw plants that are dwarf, that don't grow tall, or dwarf oranges. That was made by somebody.
That is short.
I fight for short people.
A
No,
labubu.
that was made for not like that was made by somebody because they realized people were complaining that when my papa now becomes too long, it is hard to harvest this. Somebody now sat down and thought, okay, how can I make the short gene in this pawpaw plant become dominant, so that when this plant comes out, it is dwarf? Does that affect the taste of the fruit? No.
It doesn't.
No,
really?
what I worked on is the height of the plant.
And it doesn't alter anything.
Exactly, like the nutrients in
When
it.
we come to GMO, you understand it more.
Please, sir,
Let's just get
let's go
it.
to GMO because
Yeah.
everything
Wait,
you're saying,
there's something I also
everything
wanted
he's
to
saying
say.
about hybrid here is
It's
sounding GMO.
GMO.
Yeah, because you have not yet differentiated the two. Let me explain something.
engineering now.
Let's talk about something.
No,
that-
first, I'll make
okay.
explicit. The thing with hybrid, if you notice with hybrid, everything we have been saying is the same species. Pawpaw and pawpaw, yam and yam, cassava and cassava, goat and goat. When we enter GMO, not
It's
the yam
goat
and
and
yam.
lion.
Exactly.
That's it.
Jesus.
Now, I wanted to say something to give perspective to this. There was a time when there were famines,
Yes,
there were droughts,
exactly.
and people would die. So you would have 7 years, like the Bible said, 7 years of good and then 7 years of famine. So what they did with the hybrid was they tried to create pest resistant, drought resistant. So over the years, when was the last time you heard of famine? So these
People are
are,
doing irrigation now in the north where
it's all not only
dry.
irrigate. You get plants where you go irrigate, where you no go still walk. There's something they are working on to get here. So I want you to throw some light on the conditions that made people desire hybrid. 1, taste. 2, removing toxins. 3, drought
It's a
and
lot.
famine. So please just throw some light on them so people can understand.
Again, let's say hybrid is because there is a problem. How can we solve it? There is an issue. Let's take an example. We are in Lagos. Can strawberry grow here normally? No. Strawberry needs a cold place. Somebody can now sit down tomorrow and say,
Wait, but they grow strawberries in the north.
no, it's
In
every
Jos.
year in
In
Lagos.
Jos, okay,
Jos is
cold.
cold.
Yeah,
Taraba
Jos.
is cold.
Jos,
Somebody
yeah.
can now sit down and say, what if I can figure out how to make an hybrid? Let's imagine somebody came to Lagos and you saw one strawberry growing randomly. I'd be like,
That's strange.
this is strange. This strawberry, they do well for Lagos, but normal strawberry, no, they do well. Waiting they responsible for this strawberry doing well. If we find it, we now take that and start using it to cross other strawberries so that they can do well here. E.g., a common crop now that is coming up fast in Nigeria has avocado. Has avocado is an avocado that is predominant in places like Kenya, cold area. Now go to Ogun State, people have it. How did that happen? Somebody sat down and created a hybrid. They will take our own regular roots, take their own shoot, graft it together to create a new plant. So that, now I'm trying to explain which means what are we trying to create? We want to do has avocado here so that what can grow there can grow here.
It will be another flanker. It will not. Will it be the same?
It's the same. It's the same. Another reason you can do hybrid is diseases. You come around, you realize, so if you do things like pepper, one of your biggest issue with pepper is aphids. They go chop your pepper well, kill the plants. You now come out and say, and I like doing pepper. Nigerians like pepper. What if I can breed a plant that is resistant to that aphid? But for you to breed it, you will first look for a plant that showed natural immunity on its own.
Okay.
You see the thing of hybrid? So it's not like you're looking for it outside. When you now see one plant that showed that natural immunity, you find it in the plant and start crossing it in the new ones so that that natural immunity now can spread
Of the same pepper.
of the same pepper. If another example like Oga used is drought. That's why you hear, there is a lowland rice, highland. Meaning this rice has been bred, even if rain not fall, it will still survive small.
Drought resistant.
Drought resistant rice. Another example can be, let me look for another one again. There are a lot. Let me give an example. Hope this is not yet existing, just an example. There is this whole farmers herdsmen clashes every day. Your cow enter my farm. It this. It this. If we can find out a smell that is irritating to cows
and put it in the farm,
and now put that smell in your plants, what will happen?
Or better yet, keep the cow away from the plants. Why you want you smell pursue cow when you feel put for where you supposed to?
I'm just saying.
They even affects the cow.
Create a ranch for the cow.
You get where I'm coming from? So hybrid is about there is a problem. At times it's about nutrition now. You go these are our tomatoes too tiny, too small. I wish the tomatoes can be bigger. I say, okay. Which we don't ever see tomatoes when they big. How can I now take the gene of these big tomatoes, cross them with this my tiny tomatoes to they big?
So person sit down create cherry tomatoes.
Yes,
because you wanted it as a vegetable.
For decorative
At
reasons.
times it's for taste. You'll sit down. I will not call their name, but I'll give you the example. That yam when you like, that tastes sugary. Now nature make them. You know the yam now? That tastes very sugary without sugar.
Butter yam.
It is part of Nigeria. They make it very well.
No, it's very common in Nigeria.
Butter yam.
It's sweet.
Iyo.
It's butter yam.
Somebody realized that, Nigerians like putting sugar in yam to cook.
Yeah.
What
some
if
people
we now
actually their
give
yam
you
make it-
a sweet yam?
Wow.
Somebody realized Nigerians like putting sugar in beans
Yay.
to cook. Now people they do them now.
Be like they put sugar.
Only beans.
No wonder we get diabetes many for this country. How can you put sugar inside sugar?
That's after.
So it's not still GMO. So what if we give you
Sir, let us move to GMO.
now? Let's come to GMO.
What
finally.
is GMO?
Now GMO meaning is genetically modified organism. First, understand that this happens at the gene level. Number one. A way to look at it is see gene as a manual of anything, any human being. It is your gene that determines your height, your shape, your color, your everything. So gene is like your basic manual. So if I want to change what a thing can become, I go
You alter the gene.
To go into the
That makes sense, Abi. I will use analogy. Imagine, say, I get Toyota Camry. Then maybe husband material cost say make me and I do car race tomorrow. Say whomever win that the free say go give us $2 million each. I can't say, and this man car good though. I can't go find one of my friends when they work for airport say, give me Boeing 737 engine. Put inside the car, remove the other engine when they there. When two of us reach track race, which car we both get?
When?
Now Toyota. But when we begin run, difference go there. That engine that I changed is like the DNA of the car. So I am seeing Toyota Camry with the capacity of
A Boeing.
a Boeing running. Hope that makes sense so far. So it means first, when we say GMO, we are taking what we desire from a different species
Hey.
to another species to create what we want. Before you do, Nigerians, though they use GMO for long, they don't know.
Example.
Insulin, this thing, injection people they take for
you
diabetes.
mentioned pigs and
What do you think? Where do you think it's from?
pig cow. You said.
That was before. It was too hard and expensive.
Now where is it?
It
from?
is GMO that they used to produce it very fast.
From where? Where's the
We
origin?
will get there. So GMO is you are combining from this organism to create the traits that you want.
you are entering the chromosomes.
Now, let's now come to science small. I'm not going to enter, just small. Now, you know I said it is DNA you are going to play with now. When we say gene, you're talking about the DNA.
Yeah, of the-
That's where we want to play. Now, for you to play in that area, scientists studied DNAs. And one of the first things they studied is bacteria. Why did they study bacteria? Bacteria only has one cell. Human being has over 7 billion cells. Which one go dey easier to study? Bacteria now. If they study human being 7 billion cells.
You go wrong.
And they all different.
Yes. So they first started with the bacteria. But while studying the bacteria, they noticed something very interesting. I will say, but therefore draw them out. They noticed that inside the bacteria DNA, it had something called CRISPR, meaning, how do I explain that? I did trying to find the right word to use. I think get more bottles. Bring your bottle.
No.
I go remember where I pick them from. I promise. So,
Okay.
So your will be number 3. Okay, I beg your own.
I don't know where I put it. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Now, see these things like the gene, the DNA. But when you look at the DNA of bacteria, notice that everything is identical.
The same.
It's the same. Whether you go forward or backward, assuming the water there inside everything full, it is the same. So, because I want you to see how we named it. So, in English, they call it palindronic, something like that. When something is the same, spelled forward or backward. So, this is called palindronic repeats. Short. Now, usually they are short. You know, say bacteria is not big. So, a short palindronic repeat. But the full name is CRISPR. CRISPR. You can understand where I had to explain this thing step by step. And CRISPR means clustered, regulated. So this CRISPR, this is what is inside that bacteria. But the beautiful thing is, they now notice that this bacteria, that CRISPR keeps moving around looking for anything that can harm it. So if anything like virus wants to harm the bacteria, that stands as a defense. So say this phone now won't harm the bacteria, it go defend them. This one won't harm, it go defend them. Scientists started thinking, what if we can turn this thing to fight for us? Why are you protecting bacteria? Why can't we use you as our defense system? We are still together, Abi.
Yeah.
Now, but for that to happen, because all of these things are identical,
I got you.
we can easily knock off one.
And the defense will scatter.
The defense will scatter and bring back another one exactly like it. It will not know the difference. Abi? Because it is still...
Where did they bring back that one?
We see they come.
Okay.
It's still looking alike. But
Is that splicing?
Yes, that's splicing.
Okay.
I want to take it step by. But for that to happen, we now have another protein called Cas9. CRISPR. Hey, I had to forget this thing. No. Cas9, CAS9. That does this whole movement. But for you to cut, you know, if you just come say DNA come out. No, now.
You replace, no void.
You need something we take cut.
You feel the void.
We call it restrictive enzyme. It's a scissors. But it's a scissors for DNAs, not scissors for clots. Now, the beauty about the scissors is when it cuts, it go create jagged edge. Like zigzag. Now, whatever DNA you are looking for somewhere else, you go also use that same restrictive enzyme, take go cut. So that when it cuts that one, it will also create that same edge. So that once it enters, it will fit. But for them to fit, another enzyme called ligase is used to hold it together. Still makes sense, Abi? Now let's bring it home. As an example, insulin.
Are you done with the bottles?
Oh, no, I'll still use the bottles. Insulin. They realize that, there is an issue. Human being will get diabetes. And let's focus on type 1 diabetes. We have an issue of you cannot produce insulin. Like, what do we do? How do we get insulin into your body? You not feel go the meet human being say, give me small insulin, give me small insulin, I want to go give somebody. It's not sustainable.
If they collect my insulin, what if I need the insulin?
You understand? So they now say, okay, what if we can multiply this insulin? So you get a bacteria. This bacteria that you are using, we now call it a vector because you want to use and move something
To the next place.
to the next place. But when you take this insulin now, you remove part of the gene. Then you go find the gene responsible for insulin secretion in a human being. Bring that gene and put it inside here. Now, once you bring that gene, you put them inside here. We not they call this thing bacteria again. Now we they call them recombinant DNA because we don't combine something with them. Now it means that because of this new one, when we don't add inside here, this bacteria now every time it secretes and produces, what it go produce? Insulin. Now it is now from here they now take those insulin, purify it, put them inside bottle and start selling. That is GMO. So I'll pause and no say questions good day.
But that explanation is GMO in science now. For science, you don't use insulin.
For humans.
For agriculture, uncle.
You know, me, I don't hear.
So-
Me, I don't hear all these things tire.
So
My
whether
daughter is studying cell biology and genetics.
awesome.
The other one is studying I don't even forget biotechnology.
Okay.
So,
you don't
when
hear
they
a
sit
tire.
down and talk, these are the things that microcordion, all this is where they go. You wanted to ask?
No, I thought he was still going ahead.
Whether
with the
it is
explanation.
plants or animal, the science is the same.
Science.
That's the whole principle.
Okay.
The science
Living things.
is the
Every
same.
cell
Has its own nucleus.
his own DNA.
Okay.
Well,
But in agriculture,
Yes.
you introduce traits. For example, like pest resistance,
Good. So you see
herbicide
that-
tolerance.
Yes. So you see the way when we take bring that insulin.
Come aside.
When it is for things like pest, okay, let's even use herbicide resistant. I will use the one you are used to, but it's not pure GMO, but I'll use the one you are used to. Toothpaste. Why you look me like that? You know toothpaste now? You dey use them every day. Waiting be the real active thing inside toothpaste.
Is it fluoride?
Is the fluoride. Every other thing has schematics. Why is that fluoride important? In our body, we have a process called glycolysis. Where we help you break your glucose down to enter CAC cycle before you get energy. In that process, the final step, there is what's called the enzyme there, fluoride, now go inhibit them for her not to continue. Now that inhibition, they stop the tooth decay. Because rather than the food to break down, it does stop the process from happening. So you now can't get your tooth decay. Does that make any sense? Yes. The same thing when it comes to plants. You have sat down and say, if I spray herbicide not they go there, just go they slap every part of the plant. No. The herbicide has specific enzyme it will inhibit that will now lead to the death of the plants. Should that make sense so far? Now, what they now do with the GMO is to say, okay, since we want to spray this herbicide as we like, can we find that enzyme that this herbicide would have killed and find a way to regenerate it so that when we spray the herbicide, that particular enzyme cannot die when we spray. That's all.
Okay. But we're not really sure that maybe in the long run, all these recipes that we're merging together, we're putting together, it's going to have like side effects on us. Like, has that been tested already?
There are lots of tests.
Yeah, but you can't always be precise. Just like how the human's body change genetically, like it modifies,
time.
right? Over time. But what if like it's has like this adverse effect
For
on us
now,
later?
there is none.
Well, that's
Is
the
it
thing.
from-
We're
is it
saying
derived
wow.
from
Okay,
tests?
to buttress her
from
point,
multiple-
Okay, yes.
one
for
of the
now.
main issues people have with GMO is gene flow to natural organisms.
Yes.
Because then you no longer can control it. You see, hybrid is controlled.
Yes.
GMO is controlled. But then you plant a GMO plant and there is now cross-pollination with a natural plant. How do you control that outcome?
So, number one, there are laws that if you are doing GMO, there should be a buffer zone.
Explain.
Buffer zone means
Distance.
my farm will not stop here and your own start here immediately. On my own farm, I must create a safe space because these things will be transferred either by wind,
or bees.
insects, or human beings. Now, if there is that proper buffer zone, that transfer will be hard. Number two, there is also the law that says, where possible, don't grow what they are growing. I am doing maize. You do cowpea. It's not going to cross-pollinate. Maize and cowpea not go meet through OPV. Has it happened where people did not do it? Yes. Today we have what they call super weed.
Yes.
Weed
and that's
that
one of the
herbicide cannot kill
control.
easily. Because there was a mutation from a resistant plant affecting a weed. And that weed pick them up. Now they're also resistant. But
That couldn't be controlled.
yes, and that is not new. Don't we have human beings that have taken Panadol, it no longer works?
Yeah. Their
We
body-
build resistance every time. So let's not make it look like it is one new thing. That's why they always shout, don't abuse drug, don't abuse drug. If not, your body will build.
Can you talk about glyphosate?
Good.
Because
Glyphosate
said-
is an herbicide.
uh-huh.
Again, the makers of the herbicide wanted to run a business. That's why earlier I used cassava as an example. The man want do business. But he knows, say if he give you seed, you go complain, say herbicide, they kill your plant. And he brought out herbicide and his seed. And he's telling you now.
together,
Yes.
merged in the seed.
No.
Okay.
It's not merged in the seed.
Okay.
It's just
Explain.
that if you now use that herbicide to spray, it will kill every other plant except that plant. So what it means is, again, you need to understand that we are in a time where I think before we came on air, that the Freeze made a statement and I picked, he said, young people are no longer really interested in agric. His drudgery is hard. If you want to farm 2 acres, 3 acres, where you get laborer when you help you the weed. So you go they shout, this weed in a problem, weed in a problem. One scientist go here, say, okay, if I create seed for this auntie, when we say go just spray herbicide, all the herbs go die, all the weed go die, but the real plant when she wants go remain. Won't you be happy?
I will, but
course.
it has an adverse effect.
Again, that is why I said separate science from ethics.
But that's wrong. If I'm saying it has an adverse effect,
So that's
and you are saying
adverse. So let me
separate-
explain. Sorry, let me go.
And you are
So let me
saying
say separate. When we say adverse effect, the question then becomes which adverse effect?
Effect.
Which adverse effect is
so. There are residues in the blood of that glyphosate, and it affects the liver and the organs.
good one.
Uh-huh.
Now the question is, what more to this one are practical?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not.
No,
I didn't study
I know.
agriculture. That's why you're here. That's why you're here. So I would
Disclaimer.
ask questions that
I didn't
a
study
layman.
agric too.
I would ask questions that a layman would ask.
want to know.
Yes, but I want to ask you another question. The farmer in the village, does he apply fertilizer on the farm?
Yes, they use fertilizer.
Did he do soil test?
I'm not
They
sure.
might have done it their own way.
I'm not sure.
No.
Like-
Which no?
I
No.
mean,
If he did not do soil tests, how did he know the fertilizer to use?
They just use fertilizer randomly.
The fertilizer choice is dependent by who is selling fertilizer. True.
Okay.
Or one community organ that says, they say if you want plant maize,
Today,
put fertilizer today.
they
After
don't
3
collect
weeks,
for back.
put. After 9 months, put. It's just stories. Now, at the end of the day, indiscriminate use of chemicals
Can harm the soil.
kills more people
Yes, no.
than even the fear of GMO.
It leaches
people
into
that
your
consume-
water, it
people that
leaches into your
consume-
animals.
Is it
Anything.
people that consume the food?
Yes. Because you don't even know, they did not do tests. So let me put it another way. It's like me just going to the hospital saying, it's Monday, give me drug. The last time I came here was 3 months ago. Give me
Wait.
another drug. That's the way. That's how you apply fertilizers when you are not doing soil test. Because you are just going to, because if you see fertilizer, they wrote, you will see maybe NPK 10, 10, 10. It is telling you, oh, the level of this thing only needs 10, 10, 10. If you see 15, 10, 10, it is telling you, oh, for nitrogen, you need more nitrogen, less phosphorus, less potassium. But without soil tests,
How do you know?
you don't know. So it means every time the farmer is applying fertilizer, now poison by installment.
Jesus.
Because there was no test done beforehand.
Just like
So,
taking antibiotics.
There was
without
something
going
I wanted
for lab
to
tests.
add about advantages and disadvantages. Do you know seat belts have killed a lot of people? Imagine a burning car. You can't get out because you are trapped by your seatbelt.
Exactly.
Or the car flies over a bridge and lands inside water and the person can't get out because he's stuck by the seatbelt. Why are they telling you to use seatbelt? Because it saves more people. The people whose lives were saved by seatbelt are way more than the few people who were killed by seatbelts. So how can we bring this into this conversation so that more people at home can understand that the reason why, and let's also talk about conjured reasons, because if I want to sell something, I'm going to sell it. I want to make money.
Because he kept saying the business side of it.
No,
The business side of
it's
it.
the truth.
There's a business
I'm not going
side
to lie
to
and
it.
say, oh, there is business angle, there is the need angle, and then there is ethics angle. And the goal is hopefully the three can meet.
But is it possible for the three to meet? Because business is business.
And
Business
we
is for
stay on
Business always
business.
comes first.
And we stay on business.
No, so the funny part is you realize that there are areas where ethics takes the, what's it called?
The lead.
The lead. E.g., I think that was 1990 or so, there was a tomatoes produced in the Philippines through GMO that does not spoil easily.
Hey.
But when the ethics around it was too much, right now it's no longer available, it was discontinued.
I beg.
So at times ethics win. So it's not always that, oh, business wins. Now, back to what are some of the advantages. Before that, I want to say, see, I think the real questions Nigerians should be asking is, how do we own this technology? That should be the real question.
money.
How do we own the technology?
Like
That-
produce the seeds by
Why,
ourselves.
how do we become the ones making these things? See, we cannot keep lying to ourselves and saying, oh, by 2050 we'll be 400 million Nigerians. We can't feed ourselves now. Our dependence on on others in the future will be higher.
But why are we depending? Why are we depending on them? How is it possible that we cannot feed ourselves when we have the soil?
And we have the space because they said that we've only used 5% of our land mass in agriculture.
Exactly. And I wanted to why can't they share the recipe?
Of their business.
No,
So-
I mean, because they are wasting money either way. If we want to take it back, they are wasting money. No, to me they are, and I'm gonna explain it. Please, I actually want him alone to answer because I want him to break it down for me. It's because it seems I'm the only one. Okay, so basically, you have the farmers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I am starting farming because I want to make money. Yeah, I want to take care of my family and stuff. Okay, so all of these things you mentioned now that are the problems. They brought in GMO, but who are the people selling the seeds? Yeah, and is it like a sole producer that is selling it? And that means I can't still replant the seed, and I'll have to keep buying and buying, and that person might want to say he wants to increase his price tomorrow, and I'm dependent on him.
Who
fully.
regulates?
Like, you get what I mean, right? So, like, is that not still? I still believe it's kind of like waste of money. Why can't they share their recipe if they
should share
are
their
truly
recipe?
the producer? Like, if they are really truly and willing to help, like, why can't they like just put the real shit out there?
Okay, so let's start by saying the makers of the seeds are not a charity organization.
Thank you.
No,
billions
they
invested.
spend billions, fine. Meaning it's still not advantage for them, disadvantage for the farmers. Either way, to me, I'm seeing it that way. Everybody might not agree with me, but to me,
I
that's
agree
what
with
I'm
you.
saying. I'm going.
I get
Who
where
wants
you're
you to
coming
answer?
from.
Answer
Yes.
then.
So let me say it this way. Are they forcing us to buy it?
No, they are not.
No. Why is the farmer buying it?
Are they not forcing us to buy it?
See what
Whether-
they did.
whether they put gun on our
So why
heads
they
or
did
not.
this? It's just like you say you don't want to, but you're testing.
No.
When you not
You
test
get-
it in your farm,
So
you
let me
say,
explain.
I'm not forcing
and
you.
they'll keep in.
They are not forcing. So let me explain. Let's use maize. Everybody here eats maize, Abi. Okay. Let me look for the good example to use so it will come home very well. The maize that you eat, is it sweet corn?
I eat sweet corn. I eat normal
maize. Normal maize.
Both.
Roasted corn.
Is it sweet corn? Is it?
With fear. So it's normal maize.
Yeah, normal maize.
I'm coming home. That normal maize, is it maize for human being?
Chirigimi. Is it maize for cow?
The maize that is not sweet is meant for animals.
Jesus.
It's
Maize
animal
that is not
food.
sweet.
Yes, that's
It's meant
maize.
for animals.
So
But
we
who
have
said it's meant for animals? Who labeled it for animals?
good question. It is dent maize. Dent maize has a high starch content because it is meant to be used for animal food.
That is coming like that.
We are going somewhere. Then there is sweet corn. Organa, they travel well now.
No, for Nigeria,
You dey go
self, we dey
abroad.
chop
No, when
sweet
you go
corn.
abroad, you dey see the other maize.
It's even fine.
It's only sweet corn you see.
But some people they export them. They go
They
there.
some
export
people
it
are
not for
fans there now.
it's for maize. It's for making feed.
Animal feed.
Animal food.
So you are eating growers mash.
Exactly.
Don't tell child the same thing.
We are still going somewhere. Now, the GMO own that they made in maize is the animal feed maize. You will see they will write BT corn. That B there means bacteria. All that thing I was explaining to tell you that this thing was made through GMO. And it is made to be pest resistant. If you hear farmers talking, they'll be shouting, "Ami worm, don't come, oh, this one don't come, they don't kill our maize." Oh. Now, if as a farmer, you are having pest issues, and you know that there is a maize you will plant that will not give you that pest load, will you go for the maize? Did they force you to come for the maize? No. They only told you this is an option. Now, like I said, my own part is, can we as a country come together and say, we want to start developing our own ourselves?
What's the possibility?
It's possible.
Very possible.
It takes the rich men in Nigeria to decide to invest in it.
Let's start doing
Because
that.
research is not cheap. We need to sit down and say, okay, how do we develop this thing for ourselves? There are a lot of things people are using. They are using GMO for. There is GMO used for carrying vaccine in potatoes. The rest of you going to take all this polio, this thing, just take the potatoes, you don't take vaccine.
Chineke.
There is a whole lot more that will come out in the future. Why can't we own the technology? That's the real question we should be asking.
There's something she was asking that I just wanted to,
Okay, maybe I missed
like,
it.
she said, if you buy the corn, why can't you plant it? You see, the seeds that were curated for planting were curated under certain conditions. If you bring it home, grow it, and try to plant it, you'll not get the same
You
result.
get the same
Same
results.
Yeah, I
So you
heard
have
that
to
it's
go
only
back.
the leaves that you see, the plants don't come out. But you know, you said something earlier when, I mean, we made it like a joke, but you said that GMO, what you're even talking about in hybrid is not even the real GMO. That will blow your mind that GMO is like transgender. It's like you are
Did you say
carrying the
transgender?
lion and you are bringing the goat and you are mating them. And the output is, something. I mean, we said that. You
Yes,
said
we
that.
said this, yes.
Explain that.
Yes,
because
if you
because
notice.
you
So let's
I
come
heard
back
something because I heard something that you said who said that the watermelon we are eating now was ever existent. So maybe watermelon is something, maybe
That one
cucumber
shocked me.
and cassava or rice and potato.
good to ask questions, so.
I mean,
Now, if you see when I was explaining with my whole demonstration, bacteria and a human being for insulin. No.
But explain that fruit one.
I know
That
it's still the same thing. You are taking what you want from A, putting it in B.
of different. Does that not alter the law of the initial law of nature?
Now, you see, that is where ethics now comes in. People will now say, are you trying to play God?
Yes, like
Who made you God? No, stop it.
really?
See, that is ethics.
That's why there's no cloning.
Now, you see, there are two types of GMO. There is transgenic. Transgenic is when you take from outside the organism, different species, and bring it in. Transgenic. But now we now have a new version that is the one reigning. That's why I took time to do all those my explanation. CRISPR modification.
Which means it's the same.
So in
family.
CRISPR modification, I am not even going outside you. It is inside you. I am looking for what
editing.
I want, edit it, amplify it, and make it show.
You're saying this, and you're bringing ethics forward. Now, GMO has come. It has come. How are you now going to control who does not want to do it in the way that you're saying now? For example, because we are talking animals and we are talking human beings.
Yeah.
It's in my head that somebody wakes up one morning, I wake up one morning and I say, I don't want to be a lady anymore. I want to be a guy.
Yeah, they carry us go
Science.
far.
No, yes, now waiting with the
That's what we are
talk. There's science for it. Some guys too, they wake
That
up in
is
the morning and they're
not
taking.
GMO.
Is it not
No,
something from the male body that you are putting into your body?
GMO is
Explain.
These are
cellular.
the gene.
DNA.
Inside
So
the
what is that
chromosome.
one?
That one now, that one is not, but that is not GMO.
See,
GMO is at gene level.
The DNA.
inside your skin, inside your blood, there's every single cell has your exact DNA. So that's what they edit.
The DNA.
So you're saying it is different. It's
No,
not
it's-
a trans
No,
something.
it's not trans anything. No.
Okay.
GMO is at the gene level, is where things are altered. An example is right now, they are still under test. They are working on a drug. Once it is fully approved, sickle cell will be a thing of the past.
If you merge the DNA of a goat and merge it with a human being's DNA, and you control it, I'm not mad. Am I mad?
Ethics.
No.
No.
Now,
And
let
you
me
con-
explain.
And you
Okay,
control
wait,
it.
let me give you a
and
perfect
it brings
example.
an outcome.
Now, let me give you a perfect example.
They have not done it because maybe somebody ethics
Scared.
is
Yeah.
holding
Scared.
it.
So let me give you.
If we allow it, it will happen. They will
Yeah.
bring it together and it
Let's
will
take
form
an ex-
something
They might
that
even
I
be
don't know.
testing.
No, let's
somewhere.
take an example. Do it is not existing. So let's go as wide as you want to go.
Let's explore
Let's
all
explore.
the possibilities.
You are about to give birth to it, or you're about to get pregnant. We now say, there is something with snake. You know, snake can change their skin.
Yeah.
They change their whole skin and come out looking young. We now say, I don't want my child to now grow old and start having wrinkles. What is the gene responsible for skin change in a snake? Can I get that thing and put in my child?
Jesus.
An example. It doesn't exist because one of them they say that they put
No one
it.
exists, but they are testing it in some
They're
hidden
testing it
lab.
somewhere. Don't
Area
play.
51.
You understand? But you see, for you to do that, gene is not as simple as I explained it. Gene, we call it deoxyribonucleic acid, DNA. These things are like ladders. I cannot take this and this because they are gene. It won't match.
Okay.
Their conformation must be the same.
Same.
Okay.
If not, it will reject it. Can it work?
That means we can do with pig. You said our DNA and
because
pig is the
we
same.
and pig, there are areas where we are about 90% similarity. But you will not just now say, I want to take. You now have to look for, okay, where do we have similar, what's it called?
Strands.
Strand. Thank you, sir. That we can now take that codes for what we want. Very important. So it's not just about looking for the strand. Does it code for what you want? Two, we are not just taking it and putting it in a human being straight. No, it's not allowed ethically. There are steps. In short, now they've added Drosophila, dragonfly. You will start it step by step. Ninu lab.
Okay.
You're taking it step
It can
by
take years as
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
You will try.
Painstaking.
After that, if, for example, they want to add that thing, let's say to my liver, you will first take some of my liver cell, bring it into what we call tissue culture. Bring that stuff, do it in tissue culture. Let's see how it reacts.
Okay.
So it's not as fast as it sounds. It could take 7 years, 10 years, 20 years. You might even do 10 years and they tell you there is no way, cancel it.
okay.
And that's the end.
Now I see why they can't give it for free. But how do you ensure the safety and the stability of like GMO in different ecosystems? Like,
That is where in Nigeria we have the National Biosafety Agency. They do that.
They do that.
How many?
All of us
How
have
many?
said that again.
And like
They
she
do
asked,
that.
is it ensured?
They do that. They do that.
Who they appoint those people?
As in, they
They
appoint
do
them.
that.
What's their
They appoint
qualification?
them.
But they do. Now, beyond that, even before you come to national level, like I said, there is the WHO, FAO. There are a lot of levels it must pass.
But those WHO, FAO, who funds the WHO and
Before
FAO?
you get there, I'll give you an example. There is something called bumblebees. Bumblebees are bees that don't sting. Now, when you are a farmer in a greenhouse and all of that, it is not easy to pollinate your plants. Normally, if you go to Europe, you go and get bumblebees from the makers, bring it into your greenhouse, and you have bountiful harvest. Till date, it's not allowed in Nigeria. I am saying that to say that, yes, there are restrictions to what you can bring in. You cannot just say, oh, because I have seen it coming. Another example was it not last year or so? I know I'm sure you've seen purple cabbage.
Yeah.
There was a time it was
I
restricted
eat
in
purple
Nigeria.
cabbage.
There was a time it was restricted in Nigeria for the seeds to come in. Because the agency said the guys that brought in the seed did not finish their paperwork.
Eh?
Yes.
And finish the paperwork is they did not.
No, they didn't. So again,
Like paperwork, maybe they did not. They did not settle who they were supposed to settle because paperwork in Nigeria sounds somehow.
I mean, but the point is, again, I know we are used to, things don't work. But you see, when it comes to science, to a large extent, I cannot just sit down in my lab and create something. No. There are lots of... Let me give you an example that would probably be shocking. We are setting up a lab, not for GMO. We are setting up a lab to do testing of our products before they go out so that we're able to tell the consumer, what you are eating is healthy, this is nutritional profile and all of that. One of the things we needed to get was argon, a chemical, an element we needed to get. Guess what? Before we could buy it, they were, what's it called? Agents, people from the government sent to confirm the lab. So it's not just about, in short, the cylinder we paid. The cylinder that we have right now, if you see it, it is registered to the government right now on the farm. Now, one of the things they told us is, if tomorrow they see that we have not come to refill, because there is a time you use that is supposed to finish, they will need to question and come and check. And if they see you are not using it, they'll carry their cylinder back. So you don't own the cylinder, you only bought the content.
Only.
But guess what about the content? In the usage of the content, there is a logbook that we must fill every time we use it. With proof that this thing was not used wrongly. It was not used to harm anything or anybody. What I'm trying to say is when it comes to science, there is a high ethical rule. 2, thank God that the freeze is here. Ask people studying things like biochemistry, physiology, all those real health science courses. Ask them how strict their lecturers are. There is a next level of ethical code in these areas because they know that it's not a doctor that deals with one patient per time. You can create something that kills 1 million people at a go. So there is strong ethical control, even at school level. Ask biochemists, anatomists, physiologists when they are doing their defense and they kill rat and a professor will just come and say, no, the number of rats you used for this experiment was too small. So your result cannot be true. Cancel it and restart. And the guy has spent the whole 500 level or 400 level doing that. And that's the end.
I have a quick something to chip in.
Yes.
You know that we have the right to choose what to eat, except they've taken that right away.
No, you
from
have
us.
the right, yes.
I have the right to say, I don't want this genetically modified food. I want the one that went through OPV, that naturally went through it.
100%, yes.
And I saw something about labeling.
Yes.
That they said that, but it's not going to be existent in Nigeria. And I was making a joke with Gift earlier. And I said to her, I said, so the woman selling akara by the roadside, is she going to do 2 showcase and say, GMO cow pea, organic or natural OPV cow pea? It doesn't, or if I go for a wedding and they serve me beans, serve me ewa, or there's a part that they say this is GMO food though, if you want to eat GMO food, good. How is it even in Nigeria? Is it even a reality in Nigeria?
I like that question. in international trade, there is something we call traceability. Traceability means nothing can be sold if it cannot be traced to the source. We export veggies. They won't buy from us if they cannot trace it to the source. When I say trace, it's not just the farmer. In our traceability system, you will see the driver that drove it. The agronomist that did anything. Everything we did to that plant. Reason, it is your right to know. It's not meant to be a mystery. Now, the question then is, can it be done? Yes.
Is it done?
Is it done? We do it. But this is the bigger question. How many people will pay for a labeled product? Labeling is not cheap. No, for me to label, I don't go put label.
No.
Wait now. Sorry, let me give you an example. So let me give you an example. I want to sell tomatoes to you that is labeled. Will I label the tomatoes?
Yeah.
No, maybe I go label the packaging.
Yeah, the package, yeah.
Will they go somewhere? That packaging, when I tell label and I'm free, I collect them. I was willing to sell my tomatoes in crates. Come and buy. Come and carry. You said no label. I said no problem. I go do carton, put them. But who will take the cost of the carton?
If you know that this is a controversial debate, you have to painstakingly label so that you can save some people the stress of eating what they don't want to eat.
But when I do it, the cost will be added somewhere. It can...
I understand because I'm a profit. And I was going to talk about...
So what are you saying? Sorry, husband, he has not really answered.
No, what
I
I'm
said,
saying
is it
is-
realizable in Nigeria?
It is. If we
But
agree... No, wait now. The reason why I think... I'm not government. I think the reason it has not been like enforced is the crops that has been approved for GMO in Nigeria are BT maize, meant for animal feed, BT cotton to make cloths. How many times you don't go market to buy cotton?
So are you saying that the pepper and everything that we're eating
There is no
not
GMO pepper,
In Nigeria.
tomatoes, onions. No, bell pepper is hybrid. They are not GMO. We don't have GMO food stuff yet, Tanje.
They're just bringing
What
in.
we have are GMO for things like maize.
So it means we are just going to go and collect animal food and eat because we are eating the maize now.
Now, good. You see those for now. I like the
Now you do
question.
yourself.
For now, the people that are even allowed to grow the maize is still controlled. So I cannot just go and say, Mofesh GMO. They will need to know where is my farm. Who are you selling to? For now, it's not porous.
It's still small.
It's still small. But it is good to start the conversations early.
Fantastic.
Okay,
I wanted to say something. Sorry, just before you. If you want to escape all this, you will plant your own food. You will
in the backyard.
make sure you use your own ingredients. That's the only way. Now, let me tell you something. Although you said that there is no GMO in Nigeria, how do we, GMO that we eat, how do we ensure that the apples that are imported, the strawberries that are imported, the canned food that are imported do not contain GMOs or are not GMO modified?
We don't chop up.
Very good question.
Chop and pack.
I like that question. Now, maybe we have our canned product that have GMO made from abroad.
You like abroad food.
Just maybe.
Red apples.
Now, why I said maybe is because I don't have the power to say, oh, I've seen it, or I read it, or I was with them where they discussed it. So I don't know. But maybe. Now, the reason I said just maybe, and the maybe is a big probability of a yes, is because 90% of the maize in the US is GMO. And this maize is used for a lot of products. The bacon that they will bring in, the chicken they will import, they will use it to feed them and all of that. So maybe, again, I don't know. But what I know that I can speak to is the farms in Nigeria are doing tomato, pepper, ugu, shokotete, wedu, no GMO.
No GMO.
Okay, but sir, how do we now prevent this GMO from crossbreeding with the wild plant? And it's going to affect
Again, that's why I said
every other plant.
Buffer zone.
the buffer zones. 2, there are very few farmers doing it now. For now, it's not as rampant. In short, hybrid seed is not that cheap. Let me also make that clear. How much more GMO seeds? So it's not like one smallholder farmer in Kurupe will just want to go and buy the seeds. It's not that cheap.
So, sir, let's just say now, if you want to be a farmer in this age and time, you have to be rich.
Yes.
Like kinda.
It's not kind. So let me explain why. Which business can you do well and start poor? This studio, did you start with 1 naira?
I mean, but you can start little by little.
What's the little by little?
You have a loud voice.
Looking good costs money.
As we take it home, we know food is a basic necessity of life.
Yes.
And we know the impact of control. If we look at Nigeria's national policy on agriculture, and if we go back in time, Operation Feed the Nation, Green Revolution, everybody's supposed to chop. Our coat of arms has the black background, fertile soil. The green in our flag, they say everywhere, once you plant,
Everywhere green.
somebody don't even sing, the land is green, it's green. So if you plant anything here, it go grow. How can we trust the people who are behind this drive that are funding the research? Do they love us more than we love ourselves? That's number one. Then number 2, there are parts of the world where GMOs are banned. Russia, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, even in the EU, it is very controlled. So why it be say waiting some people they run from? Now some people want carry give us.
Dumping ground.
Always Africa.
Good question.
Thank you, sir.
So, do they have our best interest? The question is, why are you not funding it yourself? Did they stop you? How many farmers, how many researchers have you given money? Say, try something out. To do a proper PhD research, 5 million, you've not started.
5 million naira.
Yes, you've not started. A proper PhD research.
So why are they so interested in us?
Wait, no. So what? It's again. You need to understand, if you make clothes, you say you do it in Akwete. That Akwete, you only want to sell for Nigeria, but you want to export them. Why are you interested in them?
You want to go global. PLC.
Let's answer the question. We should be asking, why can't we invest in this thing ourselves?
Why
Must we
are they not?
invest?
You are a farmer.
Yes.
To the glory of God, you are doing well.
Alhamdulillah.
I'm trying.
Yes, you are trying. And people in high places. From some pictures when person don't see. These people, have you told them?
See, again, you don't tell people how to use their money.
You don't.
But we can encourage
Except you again.
See,
You can only decide how to use yours.
yours.
Let me give you an example.
What of government money that belongs to all
Everybody.
of us? Our
Again,
commonwealth.
See, again, government is not a shadow, it's a person. What you did not know before the office, you won't know it in the office. It's a question of, if we are truly intentional about our food security, we will invest in it. They say you go put your money where your mouth
is.
Where we put our money as individuals is a pointer to what we are really interested in. I'll give you an example. If I tell you tomorrow, come and eat bread made from cassava versus come and take salmon fish, which one you go jump for?
Did they have the same nutritional?
No, I'm just asking which one you
You
like.
want chop the one
You
we
want your
get.
salmon? Salmon are your own.
I don't get money for salmon.
No, it say they won't give you.
For dash.
Salmon are your own food. You are promoting another man's economy and killing your own economy. If you go wedding, 2 wedding, one they serve rice, brocoto, the other one they serve gari with groundnuts.
No more.
Where you go?
It depends on the mood though.
Most likely, most people will first go to the brocoto.
Ogufe.
Abi?
Ogufe.
We are killing our own economy and we are shouting, why are the... If you know the patronized farmer, think about it. When you want buy produce, you go see poor farmer for road, that you take the price.
Hi. Sorry.
True that.
Another one, when you want buy produce, you go say, this one not clean, this one not fine, this one not fine. How waiting fine to affect the nutrition? Is it fine or nutrient you are looking for? But if you are picking fine, what are you telling the farmer? Look for a seed that can give you fine if you want to stay in this market. So as much as we are like, oh, farmer this, we are the ones telling farmers what to do. At the end of the day, we also have this thing of putting down our own products.
Yeah.
A lot. We are like, no, inferior. Tell Nigerian, I may take Nigerian rice. What he go tell you? It has stone. It has this. If we not chop the stony rice, how the guy go get money to improve? Yes, you heard me well.
But why not?
Let me explain it this way. Why not improve it? Where go see money to improve it? Where go see money to improve it?
Not be former president Buhari government give us rice pyramid for Abuja rice.
Did iPhone start with 16?
Did iPhone start with 16? They started with a product that was not so good. People bought it, they got more money, they developed and gave you better versions.
But the advancement in science has also made it very easy to process now and have cleaner.
Do you know what the cost of that advancement is?
But
how much? Wait, one more take real example. Go back 10 years ago, even too far. 2 years ago, or even last year. Okay, most say 2 years ago. How much was a liter of fuel? How much is a liter of fuel now?
That's economic. It's not.
No,
some economies are stable.
Subsidy,
I'm going somewhere. They go somewhere
of subsidy.
They go somewhere. By the time you remove subsidy, the price of fuel today is over times 3. Did your price of food go to times 3? Farmers use their poverty to make food affordable. That's why food is still cheap today.
Is it?
Yes. If farmers choose
cheap.
Food is cheap. I am
He's
telling
saying
you,
compared to what it would have been if farmers did not impoverish themselves to make
if farmers in the village are not using their poverty to subsidize food is cheap. Look at the farmer in the village. Can that guy go and send his child to a good school? If he was running that thing as a proper business, you'll still go and say you want buy rice. You hold 200 naira, you see rice chop for village. Why? Because the farmer is using his poverty. How much is, what's the cost of loan to the farmer? 25-30%. Waiting the farmer, they grow. In they make 30% in a year? No. We are trying to establish a farm in Rwanda. We got there. The government took me around. Guess what? They had land already cleared with irrigation in place. All I need to do is buy seed and plant. Farm don't start. Where I am in Awowo, I bought my land. I created my roads. I brought electricity to the village. I brought water to the village. And you want food to be cheap. How?
God bless you.
You know, there's something that people would also argue, and this is some sort of conspiracy theory. They say that we are only using 5%, like I said earlier, 5% of our land mass.
Let me answer that part.
Wait, I'm not landing. It's a conspiracy theory. So people liken the happenings to what is happening to we're here, saying that the whole insecurity that is happening in the north,
farmers headers clash, or kidnapping and everything that is chasing away farmers from their farms, is something that some people are orchestrating and financing so that the farmers are no longer farming. Then we don't have enough food. Then we are now saying there's no much food in the country. So they can now sell their seeds to us so that we are now using the small part of the land.
Go plant them.
In the small part, say sharp. 2 months, it don't come out. So that means that if I have a small space, I will be having quick turnover, which means I don't have I don't need a large land. It's a conspiracy theory. So they are doing it so that they can sell their market.
No. So let's come practical. Within Nigeria together. If you look at the south part of Nigeria, now every year when rain fall, we go to say, water don't pass in bank. There is coastal erosion. Go to the north. Those ones have what they call desertification. Go all these, what's it called? The oil spillage area, all these Bayelsa and Co. They have oil spillage. You know what all of these things are? You are losing land. As if that is not bad enough. Climate change. You don't know where rain go fall. You don't know when sun go shine. The biggest problem with climate change is not just rain not falling when it should fall, is that disease patterns too are changing. That's number 4. Number 5, the tools that the farmers are using. Let me think about it. Hose and cutlass. You know where hose and cutlass come out? Hose and cutlass senior biro. Hose and cutlass senior feather and ink for writing. Yes.
Feather
Don't
and
they
ink.
since now?
Where don't they since? Now think
Tilling
about
the
it.
soil. What did they use to till the soil?
2025 farmer is using hose and cutlass, and you want him to compete with a farmer that is using drone. How? I'll give you an example.
That's where the government comes in.
God bless you.
Again, the average yield of a farmer for tomatoes on 1 hectare in Nigeria is 5 tons.
For 1 hectare.
1 hectare. Ghana here, our Ghana brothers here, get 60 to 80 tons. I don't go Europe, oh, because those go make you be like, say, you're not there farming. What are we saying? There are, until we, on our own, start changing our tools to see farming as a business. Key. See it as a business. Go to any developed nation. Majority are not farmers.
Some people also argue that the farmers have the products. Now, transportation is a factor. They can't get it from the rural to the urban centers. What speak to that?
I'm a farmer. Is transportation an issue? Yes. Is it the problem of the farmer? There are people we call middlemen. They move products. Don't you go on the street and see trucks breaking down with produce inside? Why are the rich people or the so-called concerned Nigerians not investing? Put your money and buy truck. When you go abroad, you see trucks moving up and down. It does not belong to the farmer. It belongs to people who said, okay, let's put money in this value chain. Let's put in truck. I was in a meeting yesterday.
So how are you people encouraging them to put in money?
Who are them?
People that
the best I can do as a farmer is to show a template and show the younger generation that you can make money in this thing. Produce for Nigeria, export your majority. Yes.
Okay, sir. I want to kind of like back up a bit from what Zini said. The previous government, that's the Buhari regime, right? Even this Tinubu's government, they encourage farming a lot.
Sexy agriculture.
Yeah, sexy.
Gotta make it
they encourage. Why don't we, instead of, I'm just still going back to this because to me it's still kind of a waste of money. The Buhari and Tinubu regime, they encourage farming, right? But instead of, I still pity these farmers. Instead of we saying the farmers like they need to improve themselves, why can't we put the efforts into telling the government that they need to like develop, help assist the farmers, like put in more, what's it called? Equipment.
Or even subsidize for them.
Like the road that now that she said something like before you added middlemen, like now, why can't I have my farm and still have my truck and be able to export out?
The roads are even bad.
Exactly. I feel it's the government who are actually meant to face.
So again,
because if they do that, these things will be cheap to
so let me answer
Nigerians.
We must understand that money is not infinite. Money is not like it's just there. Yes, you can just go and borrow. A responsible government will not just make road because the road is bad. They need to look at the economic returns of that road. Very important. If that road does not bring a lot of returns, go abroad. There are roads that cannot spoil for 24 hours. Because what is passing that road is too much to spoil. So we need to fix it quick.
If it spoil, things don't spoil.
Things don't spoil. But when you come to rural areas, see, let's understand. Rural area is not Abiyakuta. I'm talking about real Awowo. Do you know that there are places in Nigeria where they still walk barefoot? Till date.
Jonathan be no get shoe now.
There are places in Nigeria where they don't have electricity. Till date. There are places in Nigeria where there is no network. I'm sure at times when you try to reach Grace, she will tell you just send WhatsApp. We have to go and get Starlinks. Because if you call, they call nobody. The normal call not go through. That is rural Nigeria. I am talking about rural Nigeria where the children in our community were not going to school, had no plan of going to school, did not even see school as an option.
Jesus.
That is rural Nigeria. They just grow up. And now this is the annoying part. They are not hoping for a better life. Because that is the life that they know. They don't know there is anything better. That is real rural Nigeria. Now you are not saying create roads to that place. Now, what we need to start looking at is how do we now start creating economic hubs? In those days, I don't know if they still follow it now, when you want to establish a university, the rule used to be go to a rural place to put a university.
It will bring urbanization.
It will bring urbanization to that place. Before you know what is happening, they start making the roads. Because the assumption is this has become an economic hub. So it is now important to put in the economics of the government on this place. But when you are looking at a village where 2 or 3 are gathered, as a matter of fact, I know what we've done in that place. We had families in that place that in a year they can boast of 30K as revenue.
Wow.
Before we got there.
Jesus. Wow.
So 30K. I remember the day long ago, I gave one mama, was it 10K or 5K? As a gift to just to say, Mama, thank you, because we were passing in front of us and we were still doing clearing. And Mama, take you. Mama called me back and said, what will I use money for?
Wow.
What is she buying? I understood where she was coming from. Because she will enter bush, plug this, plug that, life don't set. Which houses are they living in? You think mud houses are olden days? No, they are inside real rural Nigeria with thatched roof. And they are fine. Husband, wife, children, when the child born, they go work out some meters, start in your own life. And life is fine. So when we are looking at, trying to work with the farmers, we need to be honest. There are people that are too old to be helped. They just need to be managed to their deaths. Sorry if that sounds harsh. But we need to start thinking of the next generation of farmers. You don't plan the future with 50, 60-year-old. Which future are you planning? So you now need to start saying, okay, can I get young people, train you and equip you so that you take the baton when these people are out? In another 20, 30 years, most of our farmers now are 60 years, go to villages. They are 50, 60, 65, 70. In 20, 30 years, that's when Nigeria will know what hunger is. Yay. Because at that point, it is either we are well-fed slaves or we are hungry and free. Because we have to depend on others we import Gary already now.
What?
You heard it.
We import palm oil, we import a lot of things.
Yes, now.
You know,
there's problem.
And to buttress your point, is either we invest in the research, we invest in the technology, or we invest in prayer houses to pray
that is true.
that the outcome. Because it's either you join the conversation, join the narrative, or you pray about it. Because those are the only 2 options. Either you are part of it or you're not.
Dang.
Farmer Samson Ogbole, we are really very grateful that you took time to come from rural Nigeria.
Let me just say this, because I don't grow GMO.
What's your educational background? What do you do?
I'm a farmer.
In what capacity, please? You can't come here and be humble.
And give us some of your educational background,
You can't come
because
here and be humble.
I can tell you're a scientist.
Please.
I'm a farmer. So I studied biochemistry. BSc, MSc, PhD level. About to round up.
You may now see the doctor.
Then I also have degrees in Greek from places like Stanford University. I have a business degree from Harvard Business School. I have from University of Wageningen in the Netherlands, Lund University in Sweden, different. But what I do full-time is I'm a farmer. I've been a farmer since 2012. Full-time, no other.
And how's that been going?
It's been up and down. It's been a learning curve. I stumbled into farming thanks to IITA in Ibadan. Big shout out to them. And thanks to NYC. I don't know the woman's name that posted me to IITA. They needed somebody that studied chemistry. She taught biochemistry, chemistry, one and the same. So she posted me. So that error changed my direction.
Trajectory.
Yes, thank you.
So what you said farming.
Yes.
Do you do just plants, or you do animal husbandry or aquaculture?
So yes, for farming right now, we do greenhouse farming, controlled agricultural farming. We have the largest greenhouse maybe in West Africa, over 100 acres. Beyond that, we also do soilless farming. That is growing plants without using soil. Then we are also into aquaculture. We do fisheries. We are into poultry on a small scale. We are into snails on a small scale. Rabbits on a small scale. Then beyond that, we are into processing, because adding value is where the big cocoa is. So we are also into processing, adding value to crop for local and export purpose. Then beyond that, we are also into training. We partnered with some organizations. We train 1,000 young people for free every three months. We house them, free accommodation, give them monthly stipends so that they can learn and see the rudiments of agriculture. So yeah, then we also set up farms for turtle.
The latter part for me is the most brilliant, because if we're not part of this conversation, we're just going to be watching it from far.
Very true. Farmer Samson,
I wouldn't have
thank you so
learned
much.
as much.
Thank you so much. And like we said, Africa's leading podcast. Control the narrative, have conversations that affect Nigerians. And that is why we have Farmer Samson Ogbole in the studio with us to discuss. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.